Hey, Lifetime Moms. So, fall 2011 fashion has officially hit the runway. That's right, Mercedes-Benz Fashion Week kicked off in New York City, and now it is official. Fall 2011 is upon us, which is kind of crazy since we're almost on spring and summer, and we're kind of thinking that summer, that warm, that beach. And here we are looking at outerwear for fall 2011. But hey, you know what? It gets you excited. Fall for me is my #1 favorite season to dress in. I love that we can kind of go through some really cozy outerwear, some cozy sweaters, and not only that, some chunky scarves. I mean, I love it. It's my favorite season to dress. But I wanted to talk about some trends that have emerged for fall 2011 because you know what? Fashion Week is so much fun to be at and see the collections and see what your favorite designers are showing. But it's one thing to see if these things are actually wearable. So I found 5 trends. I did this last year and I thought it was a really great way to take an approach to Fashion Week. You see the collections, but really find trends that have emerged and see different ways that we can fit these into our own personal style. And especially being a mom, and I actually work from home, but you know, I go to business meetings, obviously outside the home, and I like to dress up. I like to really kind of amp it up in the fashion department. So I really wanted to find trends that I felt were wearable for moms, depending upon our own personal style. If you work out of the house, work from home, a stay-at-home mom, have some fun with fashion. It's what fashion's all about. So #1 trend that I saw emerging were skinny belts. Skinny belts were all over the place. I mean, anywhere you looked, they had them. You could wear them with dresses, with skirts, with trouser pants. And I'll tell you, you know, at 5 feet, I really never thought I could get away with a skinny belt. I kind of always went on the chunkier side. But after seeing these models, granted, they're models, they're about this big, but still, I love the look of it, especially a clean dress with a simple skinny belt. So #1, skinny belts, huge trend for fall 2011. #2, fur trim. Fur trim was everywhere, and not only on the runway, but actually also under the tents at Lincoln Center. I mean, honestly, it was as if a memo was sent out and everybody knew about this fur trend. I mean, it really is, I mean, a lot of it too on outerwear, a lot of fur trim on outerwear. So I personally love faux fur, but you know what? Depending upon what your preference is, fur trim is going to be a huge trend for fall 2011. #3, pops of color. Pops of color were everywhere. You know, this fall 2011, it seemed like a lot of the colors were more, you know, on the darker side. You had a lot of charcoals, blacks, browns, navies, but it was really cool to see just these pops of colors coming down the runway, and all of a sudden you'd see like a magenta or a red. And for moms, it's very easy to do a pop of color with a scarf, with a handbag, you know, with a blouse, just to add that oomph in an outfit. I just loved it. So pops of color was the 3rd trend. #4, color of choice. I had a lot of moms ask me, so what truly, Audrey, was the color of choice for fall 2011? You know what? It seemed like black. Black really seemed to be that color of choice. And especially, I mean, I lived in New York City for 6 years, and it was always my color of choice when I lived here because it was easy, it was safe, I could dress it up, I could dress it down, but it really seemed to grace the runways this year. Really, just that color of choice is black. And it goes great with the trend #3, that pop of color. So work those two together. And the 5th trend that I saw emerge was long skirts, which I have to tell you, I love. I have reported, I think, the last 3 seasons on these mini skirts, these ultra mini skirts. And you know what? Again, my gauge, my litmus test is always if I cannot change a diaper in something, it's just not going to happen. So long skirts, long dresses, a definite trend for fall 2011. Pair it with that skinny belt, you cannot go wrong. So these are 5 trends that I saw emerge from fall 2011 Fashion Week. So definitely keep this in mind as you start to shop. We're going to start seeing these trends hit the stores this summer, so keep them in mind, and we will be reporting back as we get closer to fall to kind of refresh us all too on the trends that are going to be very hot, very heavy, and very chic for fall 2011.